You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
All right, guys, let's talk about the NBA and the NFL. Now, I've said this many times on this channel, folks, that the NBA is a dying brand. The NBA is in decline. Its best days are behind them. They did a lot of damage to themselves in that NBA bubble, kneeling for Marxism, kneeling for Black Lives Matter, spreading lies out there about how bad this country is, and it alienated probably half of their fans. They did it to themselves. Me, myself, I used to be a big-time NBA fan, and when they went into that bubble, we found out what they were actually going to do. I never watched the NBA again. Now, when it comes to the NFL, of course they did get woke, but they never went to the lengths that the NBA did. Now, if you look at the star players of the NBA and the NFL, LeBron James. This man is pretty despicable. This man has trashed this country. He has divided the fans. Whereas Tom Brady, the face of the NFL, never did that. He never got political. Now, of course, the woke sports media, they tried to go after him for having a MAGA hat in his locker when he was in New England, but Tom Brady has never been political. Never wanted to actually divide the fans. But LeBron James, he wanted to be a social justice warrior. And so when you look at the likability between LeBron James and Tom Brady, it is easy that Tom Brady is much more likable than LeBron James. Now, guys, that actually brings us to the main topic here of this video. This is really going to show you that the NBA is dead. Now, Christmas Day for the NBA, that's supposed to be the biggest games of the year. Now, when it comes to the NFL, usually the least watched games are going to be that final preseason game because the star players aren't playing, and it's usually just a bunch of guys that are just trying to make the cut. That's pretty much it. But however, guys, we got some devastating news here for the Marxist NBA of China because the NFL last preseason game demolished the Christmas Day games for the NBA. Over here on Breitbart, dunked NFL preseason game averages more viewers than every 2021 NBA Christmas game. Wow. This is unbelievable, guys. And we're talking about the Detroit Lions. Now, the Detroit Lions are known for being losers. Whereas you have the face of the NBA, LeBron James, plays on Christmas every single year. And he got demolished by the Detroit Lions. Let's read this. Despite ESPN's best hopes and efforts, the NBA will not replace the NFL as America's sport. Now, there's no doubt about it, guys, that the NFL has more fans than the NBA. No doubt about it. Proof of that arrives to us via the numbers from last weekend's Lions-Steelers preseason game. Yes, a preseason game in which the glorified scrimmage between the two NFL teams averaged more viewers than all 5 of the games the NBA showcased during their 2021 Christmas Day extravaganza, Pro Football Talk reports. Unbelievable. According to CBS, the Sunday afternoon broadcast of Lions-Steelers averaged 5.821 million viewers. To put that in perspective, Pro Football Talk fetched the numbers from the NBA's 5-game Christmas Day programming in 2021, and here's what they found out. Hawks and Knicks at noon Eastern time, Christmas. And you got to remember, folks, everybody's off on Christmas. 2.924 million average viewers. PFT's Mike Florio wrote, Celtics and Bucks. Celtics are a premier franchise. $4.933 million. Warriors, Suns, and the Warriors end up winning the NBA championship. And the Suns had the best record in the NBA last season. $5.189 million. Nets and Lakers. Now, the Lakers have LeBron James, the face of the league. 5.753 million viewers. And the Mavs and the Jazz, 1.519 million. That's it. So a preseason game with a bunch of nobodies just trying to play to get a job beat every single one of the Marxist NBA of China's Christmas Day games. Now, Christmas Day for the NBA has always been the premier, unofficial, I should say, start of the NBA season. Now, we know that the NBA actually starts roughly like in October, November, somewhere around there. But on Christmas Day, usually all eyes are glued to the TVs for the NBA games. Not anymore. Not anymore. It says here a couple of points need to be stressed. First, the NFL preseason, especially the third preseason game, is a glorified scrimmage with no importance attached to it. Yep. In contrast, next to the NBA playoffs, Christmas Day is the most important day on the NBA calendar. What's also noteworthy is that even a matchup between LeBron James's Lakers and James Harden's Nets, the two biggest stars in the game, didn't beat out the Lions and the Steelers. The Lions, the perennial losers in the NFL. Wow. Perhaps the NBA was hurt by the NFL playing regular season games on Christmas, as Florio suggests, though, is there ever really an excuse for a meaningful game with some of your biggest superstars getting beaten out by a practice game in another league? Good point. So there you have it, guys. The NBA is dead. It is dead. LeBron James couldn't beat out the Lions. The Lions, their B squad, basically the practice squad. More people watched that than a Christmas Day Lakers game. So LeBron being the face of the NBA, also the Lakers being the premier franchise, could not beat out the Lions. I still can't get that through my mind, folks. This is a dying brand. I told you guys, the NBA may recover when LeBron James actually decides to retire, but it looks like we're at least 3 years away from that. Adam Silver's got to go away, and they definitely got to stop pushing politics because, you know, they're still doing it. So on Election Day, guys, remember, the Marxist NBA of China will not have gains because they want to you to go out there and vote. They want to engage in politics, and people do not tune in to NBA games for politics. The NBA still has not learned their lesson. And the night before, they're going to do some kind of election thing, basically telling you to go out and vote for Democrats. Not a good move. Not a good move. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.